that would be like an awesome thing to tattoo on yourself, just because.
Yeah, it's like, what is that? It's my alien.
All right, the stream has started.
Alienating. Yeah, it's like, what is that? It's my journals.
All right, the stream has started.
Here we go. Host. Alienating. Yeah, it's like, what is
That is Marty's secret luchador name.
What
is El
is
Macho.
I'm not sure I know what you mean. Let's
You're
start
not familiar with the luchador,
Yes,
the luchador code.
Yeah, the luchadors with
You will not confirm nor deny the luchadorian code.
Well, right, because they wear masks for a reason. Welcome to DieDragonDie presents the Demonwatch campaign, episode 15. I'm your DM and host, Marty. I'm joined by my friends and fellow gamers, Adam and Ahmed. How's it going tonight, guys?
Work.
Right.
Started early and ended.
I was sick
10
since the
minutes
last
ago.
game that we did. I've actually haven't been at work since last Friday.
So you failed your fortitude save at game. And
Oh,
then...
you heard? Yeah, you heard how it was last Saturday, right? The end
Yep.
of the game. Oh, it just declined. Tuesday, I couldn't talk, and I'm
Ooh.
recovering.
Look at that, fancy new panels. Yay! I got up at like 5 a.m. one morning, and I'm like, what am I going to do? So I put on
Nobody
movies
cares, Marty. Nobody cares. Get with it.
movies in the background. And
Let
made
him
some
show
Oh.
off about how he woke up at a human time.
Marty, that is really nice, dude.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you can talk about it.
Even has your names and everything. Look at the names of the characters
And characters. Look at that.
the character icons and stuff like that. Yeah, so people know who the hell you're playing
Dude,
while we're playing
that
it.
is well done. I like it.
I also can change the tokens really quickly, just in case your characters die. Like, let me just take off Eldon, for example. Eldon just disappeared.
No, let me play this.
Eldon died.
All right, so what did we do?
He's not even the guard.
What did we do last game? So why don't we do a little bit of a recap?
We tried
last
to
game.
power level through zombies. Your screen is really yellow, by the way. Looks like you're surrounded by people.
Yeah, my lighting here is weird, so we'll just leave it for now.
Yes.
My camera's dying. I need a new one.
Easily die.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We reenacted like 4 zombie movies at the same time.
Yeah.
One where you pwned the zombies.
So
we reenacted 300 plus The Walking Dead. That's what we reenacted last game.
Got it. So last episode was episode 14. We called it Dust to Dust.
This is Demonwatch.
The Crusaders escape from the Nazirian tomb, or tome, which was kind of a tomb, and find themselves trapped in the vault that houses the book. The residents of the Daguerreo's Manor receive a mysterious letter and come to help. Later on, the group then forced their way further into the city to the place where an abyssal rust dust storm had touched down and turned many of the residents into zombies. And then, yes, you kind of reenacted several zombie movies last game. And I think that's where we left off, where you guys had battled hordes of rust plague zombies that kind of formed huge packs. And
we were supposed to find Hadrian somewhere.
Yeah, Hadrian.
He's still further on. We haven't gotten to him yet.
Unless he's one of the bodies that are in the hordes of zombies.
That's a horrible thought. Why would you? Oh no.
But the way the DM gave it to us, I think he's alive. Just saying.
All right,
They
so
do
just saying that I might have sealed
quickly.
it. Just saying that I might have sealed his fate.
I'll go to the map where you guys left off, where all the zombie corpses. I think I counted 50 some individual zombies, and then 2 massive hordes that were acting
more
like
than
swarms.
that, dude.
It was quite a bit. I've added the XP already to your to the sheet where we keep track of this stuff.
Cobblestone, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna recount. I want to recount.
I counted them and added the XP. I just didn't.
Raise a couple of $1 million and get a judge order.
61 zombies. Bam!
Yeah,
boy!
it was pretty vicious. If they weren't in hordes, 50, 60 zombies for your level right now should have been something you could handle.
It's
But-
those
but it-
two zombie hordes.
It did take quite a bit of your resources, as you guys are in part of the city, and I can point out exactly where in the city. Oop, that's before the demon
Give me a
attack.
sec.
Post-demon attack, the city looks like so. This is where the abyssal dust storm touched down in the neighborhood, and we'll call this Dead Zombie Lane, because if you guys aren't moving the bodies, the people of the town aren't going to move the bodies for a while. There may be there may be a lasting effect.
Just gonna pave over the bodies.
Okay, why don't we fast forward like 20 minutes from where we left off last game, and you guys are now inside the barn-like structure, kind of like a tenement building that seems to be mostly empty, aside from this one guy who had the unfortunate experience with his companion. Remember, he got...
He was bit by the guy who...
His companion shot an arrow that was screeching, which summoned all the zombies here, and apparently they might have done this several times and then collected up the goods from the people that got hit.
Shout out legendary neurotoxin.
So there were they one guy across the road fired the screeching arrow, which summoned the zombies. You guys fought your way through the zombies, and then these two got into a fight with each other. And one guy, I forget what his name is. We'll call him. No, I forget his name.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Yep.
Which dude? The dude that was bit?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll call him Forrester.
My friend fired his...
I'd
never
have to
know
go,
what kind
I'd
of
have to go back
zombie you're
and
gonna
watch
get.
the episode to figure out what his name, what his friend's name was, which is
I don't
like
remember.
Barry or something like that.
They had weird, yeah, they were...
So Forrester got into a battle with Barry, and accidentally shot Barry as they were arguing over the heavy crossbow on whether or not to send another shrieking arrow into the alleyway to summon more zombies. Well, then it turned out that Barry turned into a zombie after being attacked, and then bit Forrester. So Forrester, you find him kind of in a pool of his own blood as he's clutching a vicious gushing wound on his arm where his friend Barry had just finished biting him. Inside this tenement, in particular this room, seems to be well defended. Heavy, kind of like heavy shutters, and some bars across the inside of the door, which he managed to actually. Nina and the flying familiars and Chase, the pseudo-dragon, flew in and undid the locks as you guys came in. It looks like he's been raiding some local storehouse. There's a lot of food here for 2 people. There's probably enough food to last months. And they've collected bits and pieces of equipment.
How is the dude?
The dude is if he takes his hand off his wound, he might bleed out. I'll go to the conversation layer, and then
Connor,
I don't know if we need a token. I don't know
able to help him.
I don't know if we need a token for Forrester.
I don't think so.
Although the actions were not honorable. Neutral, even.
Well,
I'd
what
say
happens if I
he
type
deserves better than being left like this, yes?
Explain yourself.
No, we'll get a
token.
We'll get a token, and then I'll tell you what I typed in to get this picture.
Right on. We'll daddy.
Was it hee-haw?
No, it was Village Idiot.
Oh, it's one of those.
Where do you see that?
I'm working on it. Tokens don't come.
Oh, they don't. What?
There's a little bit of effort that goes into making a token.
We don't appreciate that effort. It's just make it happen.
All right, so I'm on conversation layer. There's
This
Forrester.
is how you get your ass kicked by your DM. You're in conversation.
Oh, sir. Explain yourself.
I smite evil. Instantly
Apologies
smite
for
evil.
not getting up, Sovereign. And he kind of does the bobbing head bow and then winces as he holds his arm. But my friend here, he went mad like the others.
The others aren't mad. The others are undead.
Well, demons. He nods. They got possessed.
I look over at Icon, like, do your bloody thing.
Icon wanders into the room and raises his hands up to the side. What a dreadful store this is. It served us well. It does appear that you've been bit. Lan, while it's not exactly obvious, because Icon has used a lot of healing on you, and I don't think... let me just look at the tokens. It looks like you had 14 temp hit points still. Eldon's got 13 damage. Icon's got 2. Okay.
I think we got healed?
Your tokens say otherwise.
Oh, if...
We were,
no,
we were all channeling to hurt, not to heal.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. Ah! I doubt that guy did more than 13 damage with a bite.
Here, why don't I bring Forrester over to the map where you did the fight, and we can
That'll be the easier way around.
Yep.
Does this look like a communicable, or is it disease, or do you need the
give me a heal check
powder?
if you're looking at his wound.
Yeah, looking at his wound. I know about infection a little bit. 11. Does it look infected?
11, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The DC of the fort save for this type of disease is 11. So, you do see little while his wound is bloody, you do see these little crystalline chunks of that reddish powder that seem to be coming out of his blood. You're like a bite from somebody wouldn't have put that much substance in him. So you're now starting to guess that his blood is now turning into the red dust, which is a horrifying thought, that the red dust itself would be part blood, part something else. Because it's basically dusted the city as the abyssal storm was passed over post attack. And you've got this dust all over you. All those guys that were Saventaran, Eldon,
Lan.
Oh, just covered.
They're covered in dust. So
we're just gonna
Lan
keep some
Lan
distance
too.
between us and everybody. Yeah.
Is it communicable? Yeah, you probably don't want to get this stuff in your wounds.
So
And then you understand what it does to your body. Let me just... You know the end result is you rise as a zombie, and once you have this disease, you don't have to die because of the disease.
Just when you die.
Oh, just when you die? However, the disease itself will also do its work.
Is it infectious even before you die? When it's in your system?
You're pretty sure it's a blood disease, but then you're worried about the dust everywhere.
Right, then it's just the same thing as getting dust in your wound. Got it.
So there's a bigger concern than
So
Would
this
any of you
this is Fi's voice, right? That you're using because each of you have two characters.
Were any of you bit? But Horan, I saw you kind of standing around. Were you nibble on?
Land checks his thigh. I was bit here, right on the thigh. Stings.
Halfling walks in.
Halfling walks into a bar. We're gonna prestidigitate our heroes.
Okay, so you use prestidigitation to kind of wipe clean the dust off of them. Yeah, that dust is everywhere, says Forrester. Is it possible that some of you could help me with this? I can help you with the wound, but that is not going to do anything with the with another problem, says Icon. Icon looks like he doesn't want to touch him. Like he's.
I wouldn't want to touch him.
Nobody wants to touch that guy.
Is even like
put him out of his misery.
I wouldn't want to touch him either. So you, if I sort of like pointing towards the paladins, I have a problem over there that one of these things is not like the others. One of these things dies, wakes up, walks away. Over there.
Yeah, his friend's body is kind of off to the side. He managed to use the butt end of the crossbow to basically brain his turned buddy.
He's really strong.
Yeah, he
to get through DR5 slashing with the crossbow butt.
Yeah, it looks like he's a laborer of some sort.
Yeah.
And by the looks of them, he knew where things were kept. Like, they had a good racket here. There are some probably weapons and gear in here that he didn't know, that he probably doesn't know how to use.
Explain to me what you were doing here.
Well, this place belonged to Barry, and Barry and I have been friends since
I feel he slipped accents. Give me a second.
He was much younger. When he was yelling from the window, he didn't say those like two young
he didn't
guys.
sound so like destroyed in his life.
Barry's been a good friend of mine for a long time. We've been like brothers. It's his place. I suppose it's nobody's place now. I work with Barry, at the docks and at the tavern, and whatnot. Get by. He lets me sleep in the croft sometimes. Well, sometimes I just pass out over there. We had a good thing going here, Sovereign. If you need something to eat or find something you likes your fancy, and he kind of picks up like a piece of armor, like not even a complete piece of armor, like a greave or.
Here's a pauldron.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to put the greave over top of your other armor.
Hey, you've got a complete set there. It looks nice on you.
He's kind of wiping, and he realizes he's all bloody because he hasn't been healed yet. So,
if you don't mind, I'm going to sit down. I'm feeling a little woozy. Help yourself there, friend.
How many people have you killed?
How many people have I killed? Oh, there was some bastards that tried to mug us, but the zombies ate them. Well, like I said, I got in a fight with Barry. He was going to use we only had 2 of them screeching arrows. You can have the other one if you want. It only brings trouble when they start to screech. No one's around here is coming to help you. That's for sure.
Are there any other survivors? Says Eldon.
Oh yeah, there's lots of people around. They're all kind of holed up in their homes, just trying to keep low while the demons are out eating people.
Lan, come with me and let's get some of the food out and distribute it to some of these folks.
No,
Distribute?
no, 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 no. No. Yes. Distribute. No. On the going, you're still filthy, and he's still filthy and bleeding. So we're just going to have a peek first before anybody starts to run around and distribute anything, because we wouldn't want to distribute horrible necromantic plague. That's a terrible gift.
Is it everywhere? He's like, picks the dust off his like
It's
horn.
worse than having raisins in your bread.
This place sucks.
Says Chase, as he's like digging through all the equipment looking for stuff, like finding turnips and carrots and junk.
If I will prestidigitate the little paladin clean, and then we'll take a look at him for disease.
Take a look at Eldon.
The
Or-
paladin
Yep.
is fine. You're talking about Lan, correct? He's the monk.
We're doing everybody.
I'm not worried about it. Look at Lan first.
You don't leave until we look. Okay, we'll do Lan first.
Avarine will keep my body pure.
Okay.
Says Eldon.
Icon can take a look at everyone if you want.
Yeah, I would I'd like to aid him.
Sure. He can play doctor to the group, so I'll just make one roll.
Okay, I aid.
He gets a 28. He does confirm that Eldon and Vintaran, despite the fact that they were bit and punched and standing in line and in the gore, they are surprisingly strong. And he nods to their words that their gods are protecting them and understands. Perhaps he's been around paladins before. He does quietly go over to Phi. Chase refuses to be checked. Not in an indignant way, but more of he makes it into a game of cat and mouse amongst the bags of turnips and other things like that. Icon is not able to catch Chase.
No.
He lands in the rafters and he's just he's pretending to clean his little clauses.
At some point, it's going to be a mythic color spray, and then he can take it.
You can pick him up by the tail. But Icon comes over. As you suspected, the red crust is visible in Land's some of his offices already, as well as this wretched storekeep. His wound is definitely, as you said, infected. Now, if only I could bathe in the light of 100 suns till I was clean. He barely touched everyone, but apparently that was
He's a
enough.
bit of a germaphobe. A plagueophobe. Who would blame you?
Icon does not have any spells that particularly help plague. He can try to treat them if you'd like.
Yeah.
I think playing playing doctor requires like bed rest. So give me a second. Let me check the heal skill.
I think, yeah, you need 8 hours of rest. A doctor to doctor you up.
Treat disease. Oh no, it's only 10 minutes.
Sweetness.
Better out than in.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got a plus 11 on his heal. He will spend
Okay.
2 uses of his healer's kit to treat both Lan and Forrester.
It will take some days before this can be cured.
I will have to treat them again. I wasn't planning on going anywhere. I got everything I need here. You can stay here if you want. As I shown, we got plenty of food and such.
Says Forrester.
We are going to find some of the locals. Which houses contain people?
It's hard to tell.
How do you know which ones to loot and which ones not to?
Well, first off, if they got their homes all locked up and such, it's probably a good sign they got some people in there. However, we checked on a neighbor. He's choosing his words carefully. We checked on a neighbor the other day, and all of them were possessed. Demons, eh?
Demons. Plague. Now is the time to come together.
You know where all the dust came from? And he's kind of pointing kind of north and west. Them's houses are fucked. That's where most of them's creatures came from. Although some of the others came from around. It's almost like they all came together.
Chase,
Yeah.
we're going to need your eyes.
He's eating something when he comes out from underneath a bunch of bags and things.
Yeah. What do you want, Chief?
Eldon and I will distribute some of this food. You will help keep a lookout for us.
We're not looking after Hadrian. We're gonna give alms to the poor, huh? Is that really a good use of our time?
He's looking up at whoever will listen to him.
We are going to find Hadrian.
The Sovereign is wise. We should listen to the Sovereign, Eldon says.
Give me a diplomacy check. Chase doesn't feel like handing things out to poor people.
Can I 8?
Sure. Chase being the little trickster fairy dragon. He'll definitely go outside and look, but
Breaking into homes so we could see if they need food?
I auto 8. Glenn, Eldon
We
auto
will
8,
not be breaking into homes. I want him to help, and I don't want him to bugger off, so I'm going to use Mythic Point on the NPC.
okay, so you need to use mythic diplomacy, is that it?
Yep. 44.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, well played, sir.
You will help guide us through the streets so we do not encounter too many undeath. Keep an eye out for Hadrian, keep an eye out for Harmway. Eyes in the sky.
And we're gonna stop off at every house to see if someone's home?
I think it's best to just do a perimeter. Figure out where
Anything
what's
that
where
is
in the
obvious.
area.
oh,
You are quick.
it's gonna take you more than a few days just to check every home in this neighborhood.
Ventarian will go pick up a barrel of just like food.
Okay, yeah, you find a small barrel
Eldon has a
full of
strength
fish, full of like
12?
salted fish.
Okay, how much can Eldon carry?
I don't know, like 20, 30 pounds probably.
He'll carry that in bread. At least that has some value.
Mm-hmm.
Don't carry more than you still want to be able to attack things. Fi's making like a little whippy motion with his hands.
You see, it's all in this sack. If I need to, I'll just drop the sack and pick up the sack again.
Need magic? Don't get it in any of the dust. What if somebody has a canker sore?
Do I look like I'm powdering it?
Just say it would be terrible if you.
I'm
Wouldn't your
sorry,
god feel upset
yes,
with you
yes,
if you gave
Sovereign,
somebody
yes.
death plague with a bagel?
Your
You're
connection
right,
on VC
Sovereign.
is
You're
really
right.
horrible. Can one of you guys restart the call and give me a call?
Okay,
Yeah, you keep on knocking out almost every sentence. So
well that's horrible.
I'm not getting that, but okay.
I
Like, must be Marty. Let's not even connect to him anymore.
Yeah, because that's good. Okay, let's try that. You were going yellow bar and then kind of doing robot voice almost every third sentence. So.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, we're good on Twitch.
Food. Bring some like salted meat or what have you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the Terrans down map, and you guys are basically handing out food to homes.
Yeah.
Well, we're checking to see who, what's where, and I'd kind of like to go sort of a loop, like in this direction where we think Hadrian went. I'd kind of like to get like a little bit of exploration in the local area, so I guess it's kind of we're kind of going in there, like in this area.
Okay. Well,
And we are looking for signs of Hadrian.
Yep. The neighborhood continues. It's quite big, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of destruction.
We're going to Kabul?
We're on post Terrans now.
Post, okay.
So you guys are here. I'm gonna mark down storehouse because that might be.
Yeah.
It's kind of a relatively safe place. With food, you could probably. It's defendable. They chose the right building to do it.
Yep.
You spend how long doing this? So you guys wandered out here. It's about noon by the time you guys get out here.
It's at least 20 minutes to help Eldon and what's his name?
Okay.
Yeah.
Before venturing out on the street, I think we're going to heal up the guys that are injured.
Okay.
So Eldon has
So
13
do the rolls.
damage.
Do the rolls.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ventarin doesn't. He's low 10 hit points.
Oh no, 15 damage. Okay. Chase will use 3 charges from that wand.
Okay.
And Icon will use one of his first
Thanks,
level
Chase.
spells to heal the dude.
Regarding the
he's out of
save
channels.
against the disease, do you want us to do that now?
No.
after?
The first save you automatically make because Icon played Doctor.
Oh,
Does that auto make it, or does that give you a +4 bonus?
Oh, I think it's a +4 bonus. I think you're right.
yeah,
I believe
that's
it's a
what I
+4
was.
bonus on the save, so you can still roll a 1.
No, you roll it. You roll it next morning.
Yep.
Okay.
But he basically cleaned the wound and cleared this reddish dust out of your ears, and it was like collecting in strange orifices.
Make sure you get the dark one.
No,
No.
you're going to wipe there.
Who says I wipe?
Yep. Icon looks like he wants to take a bath, a very long bath.
No,
This was
no,
land.
it's
Okay, so
it's-
how many hours are you spending giving alms to the
Part
poor,
goat,
or
part
just
lizard,
knocking
part
on
human.
doors?
Give me a break. Maybe 3.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that we spend the night at that place.
Yep.
We're really down on. I think we're scouting and spending all give alms to the poor, and then we're spending the night here.
Well, let's scout and do that a bit also to the west. Like, if we look at the map, like, let's reach out to here so we know what to expect the next day.
Okay.
So we're basically this is. I think this is our zone of confidence right
Got it.
there.
Yeah.
So in this area.
So you start to gather. You are able to eventually.
Is there a
kind
cart here? It'll make it easier for us.
I'm
like
not
cart.
gonna. We're not gonna spend the next 4 hours. You guys.
We don't need to roll.
Yeah,
We're just saying this is
exactly.
what we're doing.
Done. Thank you, kind sir. You find a rock on the street.
I
go
will.
around.
You guys are busting into homes, or are you knocking politely, or are you breaking in quietly? Like, how are you checking on these homes? Is really what's the strategy?
Sovereign,
We-
just indicate who you are, and I will indicate who
We're
I am.
we're knocking quietly. We're waiting to see if they open the door for the 2 shiny guys with barrels,
Okay.
and if we don't hear human noises from inside, we move on.
We say, if you're interested in food, say yes, I'm interested in food. We'll leave some out for you if you don't trust us.
Okay.
When
Icon
You can say
insists on casting Purify Food and Drink on the things that you're handing out.
Perfect.
yes, that's a good call.
Perfect.
I thought
Now
I saw
I'll
a
cast
little
that on
bit of.
everything we eat.
I thought I saw a little bit of red dust touching some of the food. That would be most
I told you no red
unfortunate.
dust. Don't feed the people red dust.
But it tastes like cinnamon.
You're horrible. Don't tell me you're licking your wounds.
I think you learned last game that it kind of smelled and tasted like cinnamon because it was in the air.
It was in everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yep. Okay, so you spend a few hours knocking on doors. You're starting to see the extent at which even the standing buildings were damaged, or at least the lives that were inside were shattered by the attack and then the zombie plague. I would say in this area, and this may be true after you spend like a concentrated amount of time going building to building to building, that only about a third of the people in the city are still there. A third.
That's actually pretty good for what happened here.
It's
Decimate.
It's-
The word decimate means 1 in
Decimate
10,
means
and sometimes
is-
armies will run away when they lose 1 in 10 of their numbers.
They should.
They've lost 2/3 of their numbers.
That's because they're not army. It's stupid civilians.
The closer you get to where the abyssal dust storm happened, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
And we'll say I'm going to draw a gray line around the area that you've basically checked up on. Give me a diplomacy check. Oh, you already did. No, you didn't. That was
I don't
against
know, I
Chase.
didn't.
Give me a diplomacy check to see how well you do in making contact with people.
I auto aid, and 2, do we get a bonus for being paladins and him being a sovereign, and 3, do we get a bonus for having food?
Yes, yes, and yes.
So +6.
okay. And it sounds like a long one, so I don't think I can charisma check it. Like I can't. Display charisma is supposed to be you do nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So 21. Rolled a 4.
Okay.
Fucking asshole.
So people do come out. They do accept food. What do you start to say when people ask what they're supposed to do? Like, where are we supposed to go? And some people want to try to get across town
Trying to
because
get
they're
guidance. Yeah.
yeah they like what do you say to them? What do you say to this beleaguered population that's spent basically a week in hell, where demons show up and pull people out of buildings, and then the dead started walking? What are you telling them to do? What are you instructing them to do? Chase just flies away at this. He's like, I told you we shouldn't have done this.
Sovereign.
Stay in your homes. It is safe for now. We will send word and organize as we take stock. There is a post, and he will describe the Copper District area.
How are we supposed to get to the Copper District? There's a big gash separating our district from theirs.
Yes, and zombies. Zombies are in the streets.
We'll say in the 3 hours you were there were 6 like stray zombies, one trapped underneath a cart. There was like a 2-legged zombie horse corpse that was like something you just needed to get to stop moving because it was horrific.
Oh, what the fuck? Smite that shit!
There were the one that was actually a concern was that somebody's Rottweiler was turned into a zombie. Luckily, it was still behind a fence.
My swords have pointy ends. And
Yep. That's why you've got long spears, right?
Yep. If you're not confident in the journey, it is best to stay safe. We will pass on more information as we find it.
This food is much appreciated, but we're gonna run out soon. Where'd you get it?
there's a basket of leeks and some potatoes and a fish that you gave this family.
There are stores being shed. Stay calm.
Do not
Stay
panic.
safe.
Eldon's line.
What did you say?
Do not panic.
Don't panic.
And do not panic. That's Eldon's line, always. As the Sovereign said, we will mobilize, organize, and come to collect you all. There will be a safer place for you. But for now, stay protected and stay in your homes.
Is it true? Are all the crusaders dead?
You see crusaders in front of you.
It is not true.
Give me a percentile. You also
How many of these?
You also begin to learn that some of these people have heard things.
Everyone.
Actually, we'll just roll a d20 instead. I always thought it was.
I'm listening.
Hey!
2 minutes.
Natural one. Either really good or really bad.
Okay, there's somebody that claims that.
I heard that Lord Holrun was killed during the attack, and demons have his body on display somewhere in the heart of the city.
Holrun was the head of the Inquisition and Lord.
He
of,
was chief
Lord
badass.
Yeah, and Lord of the city.
Yeah.
He was Hadrian's boss, basically.
I cannot confirm or deny that. Has anybody been bit?
They're not coming out of their homes for inspection. They're talking through slits in doorways and, doors that are just slightly ajar.
Yeah, we're just kind of...
They're accepting your food and talking to you. You haven't seen anyone that has specifically been bit.
Or anybody that's... like,
No. If there are sick people, they're hidden well.
They're hidden. Yep, okay.
And I need a name for this neighborhood.
Well, if it has the word rust in it, that wouldn't be that weird right now.
No, well,
What was it before is really the question.
Yeah, there was the Copper District. We'll call this the call this the Greenboro. It's not terribly green anymore, but maybe at one time this was all this outer section of the city is newer than the inner section. Perhaps at one time this was a really green place. So basically, you ended up searching basically the Greenboro and figure about a third of the citizenry are still home. Lots of misery. You managed to deliver a little bit of hope, and really didn't provide too many answers.
No. Didn't have any to provide. We could have just spewed shit at the mouth.
Yeah, you're doing the robot voice again. So I'm gonna call you guys. Yeah. You guys ended the call last time, right? You just didn't drop me and had.
Yeah, no, he didn't just drop you and bring you back. I killed the call and started it.
Okay. Yeah, your internet's sucking.
Well, there's this, there's the potential where it's fine, but Ahmed and I haven't had any issues the whole night.
Well, it's only on you. It's not on Ahmed. So.
Okay, do you want me to call?
No, it's good. I think it's good now.
Okay.
Okay, it's now dusk. You guys have spent time lugging food from this storehouse. The guy looks like he's relieved, Forrester, that you guys have decided to stop giving out food. He seemed to like the fact that he was sitting on months of food for a single person.
Yeah, well, you like lots of things. It's fine. He can dislike
Oh, that's
it
cute. I'll take
as
that.
long as he dislikes it quietly. I think is the key.
Yep. Are you going back to the storehouse, or are you going elsewhere? There is no sign of Hadrian, and the people here have been, since the time of the dust storm, have been dealing with other things. They say they haven't noticed any inquisitors.
Okay,
and you get the sentiment that like that's the last thing we need. Is you get the sense that the population might not like the inquisitors. The common folk may be afraid of them.
At this point, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
He beat me up for gambling or whatever.
Well, yeah, come beat me up for my beliefs or whatever. While this shit's going on, there seems to be a definite feeling of quiet derision towards any mention of an inquisitor coming through.
Okay. Well, we will just. Yeah. On the houses that didn't have anybody answer, we would. Yeah,
Put an
recon,
X.
but
Put an X on it.
just detect undead or detect evil on them.
Ahmed, are you getting problems with Adam's voice?
Adam, say something.
Hello, Ahmed. My name is Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting it too.
Although his bars are green.
I know.
Yeah.
When was the last time you started?
A month ago, maybe.
Restart your computer, dumbass.
Restart your computer.
We'll wait for you.
But I don't like restarting.
Check your IP address.
Your tubes are clogged, man.
It's just
But the internet doesn't have tubes.
168.
Your tubes are clogged.
Got one.
Alright, I'm fine, I'll reboot.
Your subnet mask.
Buy a new IP address.
But yeah, it's broken. Needs to be repaired.
Okay, so where are you guys headed? Are you staying the night at the storehouse, or are you going back?
Going back to where?
You guys have been using the Garrick's Manor as a...
No, we'll stay in the storehouse.
We'll stay
There's
in
no
the
need
storehouse?
to retrek this the next day.
Okay.
These guys managed to hold out. We'll stay here. And Marty, just looking at the map, how high up wasn't the place? What's his name?
Hadrian said that he was attempting to get to Defender's Heart.
Now, where is Defender's Heart? Isn't it up here?
Yeah, scroll up.
Oh, okay, there
Pointing
it
at
is.
it, yeah.
I wasn't looking. Where are the? What about the? What's his name?
The Halfling's Manor, House Widdershins, is just north of the Abyssal Dust Storm.
Oh crap! Oh, they're dead. Oh, those bastards are dead.
They're not in it, but they're north of it.
Well, everything to that side is basically destroyed, right?
Not everything. It's just the people seem to be worse off.
Right.
In that gray zone that I carved out, that's the place that you visited. You visited all
Right.
the homes that were in that area.
Right. Okay. In that case, Marty, I'm going to ask the fellow over there to point me out to any sling bullets that he might have.
Roll 3d6.
Yes, sir.
It does look
Does
like
it
he's found weapons. He does have ammunition. He's got
14.
He's got 14 sling bullets, and 2 of them are cold iron.
So 12 and 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Why? I don't fire a sling. I haven't used a sling since I was a child. Yeah, feel free to grab them, he says.
Thanks.
It's the least I can do.
I started running a little low there.
Oh, and you can also have this.
And I'm going to put a shrieking bolt on your treasure
A shrieking
party.
bolt?
Yeah.
Do we have an archer anywhere? Give it to Lan. I think he's the only one with a crossbow.
Put it in something you guys for. You probably want to identify it first. So shrieking bolt.
No, we just use items.
You just use it. Sure. It's the cursed shrieking bolt.
Just use. We'll just constantly follow you.
Right. Everything that you throw.
What the fuck?
Okay, so you spend a night kind of holed up in this storehouse outside the reeking dead zombie lane that you've created after helping the people of Greenboro. Well, you help them with a meal or two. They're looking for probably things to return to normalcy or some sense of normalcy in the city. They're all still in trouble.
We are aware. This is the only thing we can do today.
Give me a percentile for the
We
evening.
will do our best. I can't. What campaign am I playing? Why are there so many problems? 1.
Hey, that's under 20. So there's a... Okay. It's late in the evening, and you hear some commotion in the city to the north of you.
How far north?
You hear screams.
Fuck. How far north?
Chase goes over and is listening at a window. We'll say that Ventaran goes over and opens the window a crack and has a look, and you can see that the screams are coming from a building that looks like it's ablaze.
Where is the building?
You can see the light from the fire maybe about here.
Fuck. Oh, it takes us so close.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Eldon. Alright, give me a sec. Alright, Eldon will go first. Perception. Doop. Doop. 1d20 plus 9. He does 21.
Okay.
Lan. $19.
Okay, 21.
Phi.
You thought you heard some sort of laughter on the wind.
Laughter. Okay, we're getting really shitty rolls here. Like, I think 21 was the highest. It's quite pathetic.
You thought you heard that, and it was kind of like up in the air. Like something was laughing and flying around.
Does Nina get a roll?
Nina is inside of Nina being the butterfly familiar of
Icon,
fly.
24.
Yeah.
Chase. Fuck, somebody. Anybody.
You just heard something up in the air laughing. You just caught a bit of it on the wind.
Alright, D20 plus 8.
A few screams that initially caught your attention as you threw open the window. You can see the glow from what looks like a building that is now fully engulfed in flame, and the screams have stopped, but the building looks like it's on fire.
Do you know who lived? Do you know who was in that building?
Oh, I can't tell which one it is from here.
I hope the fires don't spread. No, go and take a look. No, here's. Well, actually, Len's perfect for this.
Careful, careful when you go out there. Them creatures like to come out at night.
What creatures?
Well, you know, like demons.
Hello?
It is a good thing you are back because there is something happening.
You guys spent the night at the storehouse. In the evening, you heard some distant screams. A nearby building is on fire, and you thought you heard some heavy voiced laughter on the wind.
Something like... And that don't look good.
And on the map, I've added where the building looks like it's on fire. The screams have stopped. The laughter's
You
stopped.
can go kick Mr. Hoo Hoo Ha Ha in his hee hee hoo hoo.
Land looks like he's about to jump out the upper story
I
window.
can
to
go and
look.
scout this. I don't need any lights. I can sneak around and move quickly. But if they're demons,
Interesting.
I don't know. Not good with the demons.
Did you ever drink that potion that I prepared in the morning for you, Eldon?
I don't think so. I don't believe I did.
If you would hand that to Lan,
I haven't. Lan?
then he and Chase could easily take a look in the darkness without light.
Expeditious retreat? 70 move speed? Yeah. That'll do. Why is there a weird horse running around?
Icon's looking at Chase. Chase is rolling his eyes and pretending not to be part of the conversation.
Oh, come on, Chase. It'd be sneaky.
You want me to go out there and risk my life against demons for what? I can't put out the fire.
Find out what's out there. Maybe there's someone we can save.
Find out what else. There's probably some demon having his jollies lighting buildings on fire.
Once we know what it is, we'll know how to fight it. That's how we beat the other two. That's how we freed you, remember?
That is how we beat the other two.
Fine. Fine. I'll go have a
I
look.
could.
But I'm not
I
staying
can-
out
Fine,
there.
then. Fine.
No, you're. Once you find out what it is, or find out it isn't there, then return.
Whatever.
What do you mean find out what it is? I'm gonna go have a look.
Right, fine.
He's cursing you guys as he's flying out there. All right,
Stop.
he's gonna make a
I
stealth
can
check
hear you.
as he hops from rooftop to rooftop. 42 on his first roll. 29. Oh no. And 27. Okay.
that went south quickly.
Yep. Maybe
Oh
it
my
was
God,
his
dude.
bitching.
Wow, he has a much better stealth check than I do.
It's because he's little.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. Should I even...
Like, where the fuck did he go?
About 3 minutes later, he comes back panting.
Close the door. Close the door.
It's a window, but he's saying door.
I will. Sure, I will close the door. Fermez le port.
Douche.
There's some asshole flying around out there.
Flying.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like a half orc with a big spear.
Half orc with a big spear. Does he have wings?
No,
Spells.
maybe. He was
Chase.
I have to go out there in the dark.
He went
Was
out
he
for the
setting
same reason I was going
setting
to.
the fires?
No, he was just dragging people into a building,
Which building?
kind of near where the fire was lit.
Which side?
He was hitting them with his big stick as they were coming out. I think that's what happened.
Do I know of any demons that would be like half orcs shape?
Tieflings come in all shapes and sizes.
Could be a tiefling.
Sovereign, says Eldon. Should
Yes.
we move?
No,
I
he-
haven't regained my powers, but... I mean, there's people at risk. People whose lives we could save. What say you?
What time is it?